Hello, tubers, and welcome to Conundrum Contingencies. This is my third video. I'm glad to have you. A shout out to the Most High, the one that controls all, the Almighty Lord. And this will be the don't video. For a new twist, I have the lovely Gena, the genie in the bottle, on the phone with us, because I wanted to kind of get a woman's perspective on prepping. So go ahead and adjust your volume if you can barely hear me, and let's get to it. Okay. Gena, say something to the YouTubers out there.
Hello, everyone. I'm glad to be with you guys today.
All right. What do you really know about prepping and preparedness?
Well, not much. I'm just now learning and getting the hang of things.
Well, you know what they say, honey, better safe than sorry. Again, my name is Garland Davis. I'm an ex-Navy. I used to be a bouncer. I've had some bad luck. I've been shot, and I have shot people. I know a little bit about self-defense, and I'm learning about prepping as I go. My mother was kind of a needy person, a borrower, and when I grew up, I like to help people, but I don't really like to be helped per se. I have the God complex, but there's two different types. Those are the people that want to take over the world, and then there's the people that want to save the world. Guess which one I am. So anyway, the don't video. Now, don't hesitate to fill up your bathtub the first sign of trouble. I forgot to set that stupid timer. Follow your gut instinct. If you feel like something bad is going to happen, you just have to do your best to handle the situation. I saw last hurricane, people were waiting to the last minute to get water. I myself got stopped from buying the last gallon of water. They told me they were saving that one for the manager. Fortunately, I already had water on the bed, and I had cases of water at the house, but I was a little bit put off that they said that. But anyway, if you find yourself in a woodsy country or something like that, if you see a bear or a cougar, you need to be on high alert. If you see a wolf, remember, that wolf could be a scout, and there could be a whole pack in the vicinity. When I'm in the woods, I'm going safety off. I don't take any chances on anything stupid happening. When I'm riding, better believe I got heat in my car. Sometimes I don't, have a knife with my daily care, because if something happens, I'll probably forget that I have a knife. I carry this thing, and I usually don't even remember that I have it. I usually have to just find a screwdriver. Don't trust the government. I don't know how corrupt or how wicked they really might be, but it's best to go for self and try to take care of yourself. Try to take care of those around you. Now, I packed a bug out bag for somebody that I care about. Now, if you pack a bug out bag, a backpack for somebody else, make sure you got condoms and hygiene, and try to make some extra maps and put them in Ziploc so they won't be damaged. I wouldn't suggest buying a map for everybody, but at least have your surrounding city and other things. When you pack the bug out bag, make sure that they can stand up with it and they can at least walk around with it. Even if he or she's not into it, make them try it on and then be done with it. If you ever come upon a down weather balloon, don't touch it. Don't tell anybody that you saw it. It might be the last thing you ever do. Just leave it be. Don't be surprised racism factors into a WROL, a World Without Rule of Law, or SHTF situation. Somebody asked me about a life raft one time, and they said, Garland, if you had one slot left in a boat, you had to choose between a white guy and a black guy, who would you give the last spot to? Well, if the black guy was like Cornholio, owed me some money or something like that, he's out of gas. I'm not going to just sit up there and arbitrarily let the white guy get hypothermia because he happened to be born pink and black guy's brown. That's stupid. And if you set up your party or your posse or your club or your group based on race, you're going to be left holding the bag, because there's a lot of good people in this world that don't look like you. Some people think I smoke weed and I'm a bad person just because I happen to have long hair. I could probably use a haircut, but I don't touch the stuff. But I don't think that makes me better. It just means that I have dreads. Let's see here. I don't believe in aliens and UFOs. I believe the Air Force knows everything that's up there. Remember Independence Day? What happened when the people went to go see the visitors? If they announce something at a mall or arena near you, don't go. You can watch it on CNN or C-SPAN. If you go, you're cutting your own throat. I don't believe there's any alien. I don't believe there's anything out there. I believe a demon or a band could dress up and appear to be something that they're not. So I would advise you to catch the replay and don't go. When you buy your preps, don't buy, a bunch of top ramen and stuff like that. Buy things that you like. There's an outside chance you might have to eat whatever's in that bag or whatever's in your car cold. You might not have the luxury of building a fire. You might not even have enough water to put in the MRE, the meal ready to eat, to even start it. So make sure you got stuff that you like. Don't expect people to do the right thing, even if they owe you. The sad thing about friendship is, and I'm sure Gena can tell you from her experience, just because somebody was your friend today or yesterday doesn't mean that they're going to be your friend tomorrow. Anything could happen. Now, Gena, I spoke for a little while, and you're sitting there in up north, we'll just say. Based on your personal experience and whatever you saw, what do you think will happen to the men and women that are in captivity in our prison system if the shit hits the fan?
I think, honestly, that they will be the first ones to die. I don't think they would receive the proper things for survival,
All right, now you probably passed by a prison galley or and I wanted to also let you guys know that I'm not a felon. I'm just a guy that needs a haircut. But based on your experience, how long do you think the prisons will be able to keep going once the trucks stop running? I mean, how much rice and beans and provisions do you think they have?
I would say maybe 2 days worth.
Okay, and when they run out of provisions, do you think, or if the guards stop getting paychecks, you think they're going to let the inmates starve? Or they're going to put the inmates down? Or do you think they're going to open up the cages and let everybody go?
No, I think they'll leave them in captivity, but I think that they will let them starve.
I've also given some thought to some of the poor, unfortunate souls at the shelter. I wonder what will become of them, because they certainly will be expendable if they don't get hauled off to a FEMA camp. Let's see here. Don't expect too much gratitude or courtesy in SHTF. I've been to war, and I've seen people panic, and I've seen people fall to the wayside. And like I said in the earlier video, I was in the Persian Gulf, and the government withheld information from us, and I had a secret security clearance, so I knew more than the average guy. But I figured, well, if they're hiding stuff from me, and I work for Uncle Sam, what more for the people of America? Now, I don't know if you know about the RFID chip, but, Gena, I wouldn't encourage anybody to get it. I mean, I have an ego, and I like convenience, and I can be a little bit lazy, but, I mean, there's some horrible inventions like, the toothpaste pump. How hard is it to pump toothpaste unless you have a handicap or you just broke your arm or something wrong? Now, the thought of me snapping my fingers and being able to open up my car door or my house door or something like that, it's kind of cool and kind of kosher. But the thought of somebody knowing where I am in my house, if I want to take a crap, or, the thought of not having to carry a wallet around is not bad. But, I mean, if they've got all your information at their fingertips, they could freeze your account and leave you with nothing. I think I'd rather stick with a paper card, What do you think about that?
Yeah, I totally am not on board with that.
All right. Now, Gena, why do you think more people of color don't prep. I mean, I noticed that you go to grandma's house, and I've even seen some Latinos, and grandma's well stocked. You know, she came from a big family. She's cooking these big dinners. You know, she's got food stored out the yin yang. But what about everybody else? Why do you think people are reluctant to prep?
Well, I don't necessarily think they're reluctant. I think most individuals of today live in the here and now for the moment. They don't consider the future much, and they also don't think something like that will happen during their lifetime.
Have you given any
Not
thought?
something that they give much thought to.
Have you given any thought to water purification or water source if the taps goes dry?
Well, no, I haven't. What I have been doing is I have a stockpile of water.
Okay.
And I also have several gallons of bleach handy.
I heard another steam prepper talking about hiding water under the couch or raising the level of his couch. And another esteemed prepper, somebody that I admire, he chastised me for not doing his challenge in a timely manner. We'll just say it that way. And, you know, I don't have any remorse or ill feelings about that because tomorrow's not promised to you. You know, the banks could fail tomorrow and there could be a freeze and Monday never comes. So if you have the means to get something like a generator, you know, put one in layaway or get it now. You know, you should always have some kind of cash on hand because you never know what could happen. Now, once you do get that barbecue grill that we were talking about, do you think you could see yourself putting a cat or a dog on the grill if you were starving and tired of eating just rice and greens?
Yes.
All right. You said that without hesitation. There must be a little bit of soldier in you. Uncle Sam could have used you, you know. Let me see here. Okay, if you had to leave your apartment and, you know, you couldn't go to your dad's house, what are some of your other options? You know, you got 5 minutes to leave. You grab your bug out bag, and you decide you don't want to get on the bus and go to the FEMA camp. Where would you go, roughly, approximately?
Well, I have family that lives in the Panhandle. That's an option. Or I would just go where I think it's safe. Just drive until I'm out of, you know, where I feel it's danger, and I could just live out of my car or camp somewhere, you know?
Yeah. You know, I've had to twist some of my friends' arm just to get them to get freeze packs and coolers and stuff like that. And you hear the age-old thing. Hey, Garland, you're a prepper. I'm going to come to your house. You know, I thought my wife was an a-hole when she said, hey, day number 3, we're going to start turning people away or we're not going to answer the door. And then, you know, but after I thought about it, she was just thinking about home and us. So I guess she's not really selfish. Now, here's a tough question for you. If you don't have a sidearm, once the cops quit their jobs and go home to defend their families, you know, what is to keep two, how shall we say, lonely desperados from coming in there, kicking your door down, wrestling you to the bed, and then, I mean, I know there's prayer since you're a woman of faith, but what else is there?
Oh, now that's something that, you know, I haven't given much thought to, but I imagine that I would probably, wherever I take shelter, I would probably try to set booby traps and have makeshift weapons, you know.
Well, you're a fine baby. Better give some thought to it today. So I don't know. I didn't set my timer. I think I got about 12 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this one a little bit short. But, you know, the world is turning into a darker and darker place. And if you don't prepare for the future, things may not go exactly like you want them to go. So, you know, when it goes down, watch how you interact with law enforcement because once things get tight and they declare martial law, they won't hesitate to pull the trigger. So God bless all you guys. Thanks for tuning in to Conundrum Contingencies. I hope you enjoyed the video. Say goodbye, Gena, and we'll talk to you guys again sometime, okay?
Goodbye, everyone.
All right, may the Lord bless you and keep you. Thanks for tuning in. Now remember, like Bugs Bunny used to say, he used strategy, but if you don't prep, it's going to end in tragedy. We out.